हाँ अभी शुरू।
Yes. Hi, sir. A very warm welcome to you in the show. Meet your fund manager. And thank you very much, sir, for sparing your time for us and all our viewers of Imperial Money. Sir, your journey has been amazing. पिछले 2 दशकों से आपने इंडस्ट्री को अपनी सेवाएं दी हैं और आप पिछले 13 साल से कोटक में काम कर रहे हैं। कोटक में आप फंड मैनेजर है, जो सीनियर फंड मैनेजर है। एंड आपने बीटेक कर रखा है, आपने एमबीए कर रखा है कोझिकोड से, और एट द सेम टाइम आपने सीएफए भी कर रखा है। और आप भारत के वन ऑफ द मोस्ट पायनियर फंड्स, मतलब वन ऑफ द बेस्ट फंड्स आप मैनेज करते हैं। कोटक पायनियर फंड, कोटक फोकस फंड, कोटक ब्लू चिप फंड, कोटक इंफ्रास्ट्रक्चर फंड और कोटक बैलेंस एडवांटेज फंड। सो दिस इज समथिंग अमेजिंग, मतलब सारे फ्लैगशिप प्रोडक्ट्स है कोटक के। सो थैंक यू वेरी मच सर फॉर स्पेयरिंग द टाइम फॉर अस।
थैंक यू सो मच दीप भाई, एंड अप्रिशिएट आपके सभी व्यूअर्स को कि हमें ये प्लेटफॉर्म मिला है इन टर्म्स ऑफ इंटरैक्टिंग and giving forth our views, our perspectives on investments.
Thank you, sir. सर, आज का टॉपिक जिस माहौल में हम बात कर रहे हैं ये थोड़ा सा अनडाइजेस्टेबल है, because how I feel your role comes as a fund manager to give the right vision and the data to the people, so that this interview is a bit important for every single person जो लोग इसको देख रहे हैं, because I know that every single point जो आप उसमें बताने वाले हैं will be having the huge depth and the meaning. मैं सब लोगों से गुजारिश करता हूँ कि काइंडली सब्सक्राइब आवर चैनल also called as Imperial Money. सर चलो चालू करते हैं सर। द फर्स्ट क्वेश्चन सर, एज पर द डेटा एनालिसिस व्हाट इज द टाइम फ्रेम जो आपको लग रही है कि इंडिया पूरा 40 से 50% तक वैक्सीनेटेड हो जाएगा और हम लोग एक सेफ जोन में चले जाएंगे? काइंडली गिव अस द कंपैरेटिव एनालिसिस आल्सो सर, बाकी कंट्रीज के साथ हमारा कैसा है?
जी, सो वैक्सीनेशन हाल ही में जो इश्यूज चल रहे हैं, आई थिंक इट्स अ वेरी टेम्पररी इशू, and possibly in another month or so we will start going in full steam in terms of vaccination. And when that happens, जहाँ तक हमारी analysis है कि not only 2 vaccine makers, maybe under 3 or under maybe 4 vaccine makers will get approvals into India with manufacturing. तो जो आज के दिन में दिख रहा है कि there is a shortage of vaccine, in a sense I think that is a temporary phase, right? And possibly the close to the year end, at the end of the day हमारे देश इतनी बड़ी है, we have close to about 140 crore people, 2 vaccination shots, most of the vaccine companies की है, तो we are talking of a significant करीबन 200 crore vaccines along with the time horizons in between one shot and the other, etc. So roughly by December, January we should be in that 40-50% zone. But I think from there are many ways to look at it, right? One way to look at it is कि जो top 20 या top 30 economic activity zones है, metros, the big cities, the hubs of economic activity, वहाँ पे already we are seeing significant acceleration in terms of vaccination, right? And therefore they will hit that threshold much earlier. And so while obviously the virus, or we are not safe till everybody is vaccinated, so it is important that all of us get vaccinated, but in some sense जो आज का जो खौफ है कि vaccination नहीं मिल रहा है etc., that is something that will go away. And also the fact that thanks to the virus and such a huge attack that it has created, most of them who got the disease or got the virus are also in some sense reasonably safe from a further fatal episode if at all it can come through. So ये सबको रख के ऐसा लग रहा है कि we should be good by the year end. Of course, from a comparative perspective, if we were to look, clearly US is significantly there in that yardstick, maybe even higher already, and they are targeting by June, July, almost the entire population to get vaccinated, or maybe 10-15% यहाँ वहाँ रह जाए, and there I think the focus is even on children or less than 18 years also to get vaccinated. Europe was slow to start off, but over the last 1-2 months even they have picked up steam. So it appears that they will reach that by September-October time frame. UK is doing reasonably well. फिर बचता है एशिया. एशिया is a mixed bag in the sense there are these countries like Singapore, Japan, etc., जहाँ पे hygiene बहुत important है. If you go there, you will always see people wearing masks in general terms also, कि उनको कुछ बोलने का नहीं है कि मास्क पहनो etc. But over there they have this fear of vaccination, rightfully or wrongfully. So therefore vaccination drive is very slow. But overall incidence of virus is also much lesser because unka social distancing or masking etc. is a way of life. So therefore, when we look at it in totality, it appears that hopefully, by Jan Feb, we should reach those milestones that we spoke about.
थैंक यू सर. सर एक बड़ा सरप्राइजिंग क्वेश्चन है. गवर्नमेंट का जीएसटी तो बढ़ रहा है लेकिन बिजनेस बंद है. फिर ये कौन लोग हैं जो गवर्नमेंट को पैसा दे रहे हैं और धंधा बंद रख के भी जीएसटी भर रहे हैं, वो भी लॉकडाउन के पीरियड में, और ऑल टाइम हाई जीएसटी हो गया है. बहुत बड़ा डिस्पैरिटी है. थोड़ा इसको, ये लोगों के मन में बहुत बड़ा क्वेश्चन है सर, समझ में नहीं आता. थोड़ा बताइए सर कि ये क्या मतलब गैप कैसे है या क्यों है या कैसे पैसा आ रहा है.
जी, जो हमारा two-track economy या two sides of a coin जो बोलते हैं. Now, अगर हम इकोनॉमी को ब्रॉड स्प्लिट करते हैं तो एग्रीकल्चर और गवर्नमेंट को हटा दीजिए तो जो प्राइवेट का कारोबार है करीबन अबाउट 65 to 70% of economy है. Okay, within that broad split, again, it depends on exactly how you define, etc. Is roughly about 50 to 55% of that private कारोबार is in the organized space और बाकी जो है unorganized space में है. Right, now obviously जो listed और organized space में है, they are generally more compliant in terms of rules, GST. वहाँ पे भी होता है जो भी in terms of management etc. But by and large, I would say that that you would see far more compliance over there, right? Whereas जो MSME और unorganized space है, that is where generally there has been more leakage or less compliance, and rightfully wrongfully they are smaller enterprises. उनके पास वो establishment और वो लोग और bandwidth ही नहीं हो. So I'm not saying that what they're doing is bad or something, but that is the way we have emerged as an economy. There's no right or wrong about it, right? Now, what has happened in the last 1 year, and even if you were to look at the last 2 years, but more specifically in the last 1 year, ever since the pandemic happened, there has been credit issues to the unorganized space. वो पहले से ही आ रहा था कि banks etc. don't want to extend credit, right? And जहाँ तक labor force था, by and large वो unorganized में ज़्यादा थे, because obviously the arbitrage of daily wage laborers etc. is much more in the unorganized than in the organized. And because of the pandemic, unfortunately, a lot of them went back to the villages, and some of them have come back, etc. So क्या होता है कि जो tax का collection है वो obviously is coming only from the organized space. By and large, they are over-indexed in terms of taxation, right? So while the economy has got impacted and bulk of the pain has been taken by the unorganized space as well as in the bottom of the pyramid, दोनों को जोर का झटका लगा है. At the end of the day, जो भी demand आया है, वो demand गया है organized space को. So if I can give you an example, let's take examples of say jewelry. Okay, now jewelry is something, because of weddings etc. demand तो है ही, it may have got deferred etc. But given our general appetite for gold and jewelry, it is a deferred expenditure, right?
True.
Now, overall gold imports have come up very, very sharply. But if you look at the organized players, जो listed है etc., they have actually seen a growth or maybe a very small degrowth. तो इसका ये मतलब है कि जो market share है वो switch हुआ है organized space पे compared to the unorganized space. And this is what has led to, in our opinion, greater focus on GST collections, etc. Also, there is a greater focus on compliance. I think automatic filling of forms, etc. तो department भी I think is giving a message कि हमें पता है कि आपने ये किया है, ये transaction. अभी आपके ऊपर है if you want to remove it or not. So when a department points so I think it is a combination of both of that. Yes, and then of course there has been the fact that in the September and December quarter we did see a recovery. of pent up demand, जो भी है. So all of that, combination of all of that has meant that we've seen an improvement in overall collection. So I don't think it is totally wrong or कि कुछ wrong data है. It's just that कि all of these have happened at the same time कि हमें ऐसा एक माहौल आ गया है कि it appears that कि हमारे आसपास के जो भी whatever we can visualize isn't doing that great. But what we are seeing on these newspaper channels, etc., is that GST 1 lakh से 1,40,000 crore approximate गया है. So therefore, why that disconnect? And I think a part of this disconnect is what I have tried to explain. I'm sure there are many other aspects, but this is one way of looking at why there is this disconnect.
Right. Thank you, sir. सर वो कौन से ग्रीन पैरामीटर्स है या ट्रेंड्स है जिससे आपको ये लगता है कि इंडिया $5 ट्रिलियन की इकोनॉमी बनेगा, दैट टू बी इन दिस सिचुएशन, मतलब जहां पे आज हम खड़े हैं वहां पे कोई सोच भी नहीं सकता है. एंड व्हाट इज द एक्सपेक्टेड टाइम फ्रेम, बिकॉज गवर्नमेंट ने तो 2024 का टाइम में टारगेट रखा हुआ था, बट आई डोंट फील कि मतलब पता नहीं, यू आर द राइट पर्सन हु कैन रियली गाइड अस ऑन दिस.
देखिए, आई थिंक ऑब्वियसली दिस इज अ मूविंग टारगेट. जिस हिसाब से कोविड इम्पैक्ट किया है बोथ इन फर्स्ट वेव एंड इन सेकेंड वेव, आई थिंक देयर हैज बीन सिग्निफिकेंट डैमेज. इसका वी कांट जस्ट विश इट अवे कि नहीं हमें वो मंजिल पहुंचना ही है, कुछ भी हो. ऐसा नहीं चलता है कि अल्टीमेटली द इकोनॉमी इज मेड अप ऑफ सो मेनी मूविंग पार्ट्स. वन पर्सन और वन इंडिविजुअल कैन नॉट change the fortunes of the entire thing,
right?
I think there are 2-3 ways in which I draw comfort on this. Okay, पहली चीज है कि in every economy there are 2 or 3 architects or catalyst of economic growth. एक होता है government in terms of their spending, in terms of, दूसरा है private sector. Okay, generally private का जो कारोबार है, and तीसरा you can say could be in terms of say agriculture and low value add. I'm not trying to demean them or something, but generally that is where the value addition is the lowest, and then it goes to manufacturing or food processing, and that is where you get higher value. I'm saying purely from that perspective. I'm not trying to anyone, right? Now if you were to look at India and rest of the world, हमारी जो गवर्नमेंट एज अ परसेंटेज ऑफ इकोनॉमी है इज वन ऑफ द लोएस्ट इन द वर्ल्ड. Only about 25 or 26% of GDP in a pre-COVID world. आज के माहौल में खैर GDP डिनोमिनेटर भी नीचे आया है और गवर्नमेंट स्पेंडिंग भी हो रहा है अक्रॉस द वर्ल्ड. सो लेट्स लीव आउट 1920 और 2021 rather. But I'm saying generally अगर देखोगे तो our government spending has been one of the lowest at about 25-26%, whereas most of the developed world etc is anywhere between 35, some of them are even 40-45% of the overall economy. And part of the reason is because their tax collections are also so large that they can afford to spend it. It's not that they are borrowing and living without. अपने यहाँ unfortunately for the reasons that we discussed, tax collections have been very small. It's been only about 10-11% of GDP, and therefore government भी कितना खर्च सकता है. So now this to me is a massive positive, and I think COVID was the best example for that. कि I'm sure all of us have read newspaper headlines कि US में इतना मिला सबको, and I'm sure all of us have some friends who got these stimulus checks etc. और हमारी यही थी कि इंडिया में कुछ नहीं मिल रहा है by and large for the the middle class or the or the constituents that we speak about, right? And despite that, okay, despite the fact that the government has not really spent out or gone all the way out, barring some of the provide food grains etc, in the bounce back being so sharp in the September and December quarter, much higher than what is there. So that shows the natural resolve or natural resiliency or the vibrancy of the economy. कि without any steroids, अगर हम इतने fast bounce होते हैं, that shows the inherent capability of the economy, right? So the rest of the world, I think, is in steroids. Rightfully or wrongfully, interest rates are very low. Stimulus checks are coming through. अपने को, unfortunately, we are not in that zone. Yes, we are going through a bad patch. There is no denying any of that. But is it something that that we are having all of these external? ऐसा कोई drip में नहीं है हम कि कुछ वैसे life support पे है. We are actually a very vibrant economy, and I think that is what gives us confidence that whenever these things go away, we'll bounce back very sharp. So I don't have any doubt कि we are in the right direction. Yes, given all the changes, etc., maybe yes, we'll reach that target maybe under 2, 3, 4 years down the line. But ultimately, we shouldn't get fixated by one milestone. I mean, ultimately, the journey is much, much more. What is the sanctity of a 5 trillion? I mean, why can't we be a 15 or a 20 trillion economy? We will be at some point of time, right? So a 2, 3 year miss, in my opinion, is not the end of the world for all of that. I mean, I'm not saying that we shouldn't aspire for it. Jitna jaldi ho, the better it is. But it's not the end of the world. And as long as our overall direction is right, thoda bahut upar niche to hoga hi, we should be good. So that's the broad sense I have as far as economic rebound is concerned.
So in nutshell, you are expecting around 2000, not in 2024, but 2027, something like that. You are expecting that we should reach at around $5 trillion economy, more or less. Is it?
See, broadly the math, मतलब Excel sheet से करके तो आपको number मिल ही जाएगा. I mean, but it is much beyond Excel sheet. Right?
Okay.
What I'm trying to convey is, one shouldn't get fixated by this number.
Right.
Nor is this number of any significance other than the fact that we have laid it.
Right.
This is just one milestone in the long journey we have. And am I confident that we'll get there? Absolutely. I mean, I have no doubt about it. And I don't think we'll stop at 5 trillion. I'll put it this way, that I think it will be much, much beyond that in our lifetimes, that we will aspire for far greater things. And it will happen.
So you are making my confidence also better and boosted that way. Sir, what are those segments which you feel that one must invest in India for next $5 trillion economy or opportunity, and having immense value of the wealth creation opportunities? What do you feel like? Your take on this?
See, broadly, 3-4 बड़े themes है India में. Okay. See, if you I mean, forget the daily stock market tickers and all that. अगर आप really 30,000 feet view लेंगे to see what is differentiating India with the rest of the world, I think there are 2 or 3 key aspects. One is कि we are a young country, and when the whole world is aging, youth has a significant premium in the sense that we can consume more, we can save more, we have a greater working life. All of that will play to our advantage compared to all other economies which are on steroids already, right? And which is why they are on steroids. I mean, I'm not saying that we'll forever have this. I mean, under 20-30 years, we'll also get there. So we've got this window of opportunity of 20-30 years that we need to work right to execute to get there. Right? Otherwise, it will be very sad for us. Now, this youth or this young population lends itself to consumption. So if you've got a 10, 15, 20-year view, which I think all of us should have when we are looking at investing, तो जो consumption power है India में, वो उभर के आएगा. I mean, in every sector, people keep saying, I keep making this comment that, अगर हम toothpaste का penetration देखेंगे, so statistics say that we are 95 or 99% penetration. आज के माहौल में everybody has got, but we are brushing maybe not even once a day properly. In terms of our culture and all, over a period of time, we'll get to 2 times brushing, and so automatically it's a doubling of penetration possibilities that is there, right? So the per capita consumption in any category you can think of is very, very low. So that itself is one huge opportunity if you really genuinely have a 10, 15, 20-year view कि हमारा जो consumption जो बड़ा opportunity है, infrastructure, manufacturing, these are all things that I think personally are coming to a very nice phase जहाँ पे बहुत सारी चीजें एक साथ मिलके एक opportunity catalyze कर रही है. We've got big tax cuts that have got announced. आज के माहौल में, all companies globally are looking at alternatives outside of China. Rightfully, wrongfully, सबको लगता है कि एक और मैन्युफैक्चरिंग बेस या डाइवर्सिफिकेशन चाहिए लोगों को, राइट? And third, we've got these schemes of PLI, etc., which are starting to get done. So there is a great resolve in getting to see greater manufacturing. Now, will it change overnight anything? Absolutely not. But again, I think, in our constant craze of trying to see YOY growth, I think wherever direction is right, हो सकता है 1-2 साल यहाँ ऊपर नीचे हो जाए, but if the direction is right, I think you will make money more often than not, than otherwise, right? So ये हो गया second opportunity, and I think there is a lot of investments happening out there, in the real economy in terms of manufacturing. तीसरा है this entire digital, and it's a part of the consumption
Yes.
basket, if you can think of, right? Today we've got one of the lowest cost of digital services. Our digital infrastructure, think of payments, our entire payment infrastructure, our entire, if you look at the scale of, say, Passport Seva, a lot of these government services also, I mean, as much as we can say that, government services are woefully inadequate in terms of addressing capacity and aspirations, the matter of fact is they are miles ahead of most of the other countries. I mean, and this I can say from personal experience in terms of having stayed outside, that a lot of our services have got digitized. Now, when that happens, the power to the end user in terms of using that digital infrastructure for a lot of various activities is both positive as well as negative. Positive in the sense that companies which are on the right side of harnessing that can make a lot of money. But agar aap so rahe hai and you wait for something to happen, and somebody else can easily come and disrupt your business, which is what we are seeing today. So wo disruption bahut high hai, but if you are in the right company, who's in the right DNA कि मुझे वो customer relevance चाहिए ताकि I can do much better, I think again there is a lot of opportunity. And lastly, of course, exports, be it in terms of IT services or pharma or chemicals or even in terms of manufacturing. I think in some areas like IT, etc., we are the champions. I don't think there is any doubt. But a lot of other sectors also we are getting there. So these are the broad 3-4 themes. If you really have a 5, 10, 15 year, which I think you should have. I mean, anything less than that, I think we are being very short-sighted, because equity ka jo journey hai, it is a long-term journey. It is not for 2-3 year kind of horizon. And if you add all of these opportunities, I think that is where you will end up making serious wealth for yourself.
That's right. There's something really broad and quite detailed analysis you give to the entire all the viewers. Sir, few points like urbanization, ease of doing business, women's participation, agri reforms, protectionism approach. These were the strong pillars. On the basis of that, the government has been give a dream of $5 trillion economy. My very honest opinion, I would like to have that where are these data points and on these parameters where we are standing at this point of time? हम लोग कहाँ पे कोई positive trend आपको दिख रहा है क्या इन points पे जो कि basis थे?
So see, urbanization has been a positive data point for the last 20 years. हम सबको पता है कि rural areas, I mean, the matter of fact is कि खेती में farming, right, and therefore that labor has to go into other areas. I don't think there is any rocket science out here, right? So greater value add is in areas outside of agriculture, and that is where now whether they happen in semi-urban areas or whether they happen in urban areas, ultimately the trend is a clear thing that we are moving more and more into urban. Right now, within urban, of course, there is the the fact is that our planning, etc., is at least 10-20 years older, because of so much of people coming in. All our urban infrastructure is kind of inadequate. So, जैसे कि maybe in Nagpur, of course, we've got a great metro being constructed, even when possibly the population is not grown so
Not
much.
that much, yes,
That requires a metro, for
yes.
that. But I think it's a great example that
Yes.
because that a project like a metro is something that will work for the next 20-30 years.
Yes.
Whereas, staying in Bombay, I can see clearly that, we need maybe 3x or 4x the capacity that's already being planned,
Right.
given these. This tussle of urbanization and the urban infrastructure is going to be a never-ending one. I think what we need to, and we'll never get to that utopia कि हाँ सब कुछ हो गया है, right? हमें ये देखना है कि direction या slope right intent or right direction में जा रही है कि नहीं जा रही है. And I think in a lot of those aspects we are definitely going in the right direction. There is a lot of focus being spent on urban infrastructure. I think COVID will further galvanize a lot of especially on healthcare, which has been very shortchanged for a long period of time. I think with that will get a very big boost. So I think urbanization is in the right trend. If you talk about women's participation, of course, it has actually come down in a surprising trend, because generally ऐसा था कि especially anecdotally we get a sense that more and more women are also participating in various jobs compared to our parents' generation, of course. But with rising incomes, it also happens that women who especially who are doing very tough jobs in terms of physical activity, they actually want to drop off and want to upskill themselves into softer skills, etc. So we are possibly in that journey, is what I get a sense of. We definitely have a lot of room to improve. We need to include more and more women into the workforce, because they can contribute significantly to economic activity. So I think that is something that we have to definitely improve on. If you look at ease of doing business, I think beyond the PR, I think because one is the rankings and all that is flashed on newspapers and all that, right? The matter of fact is that there is definite improvement in terms of licenses being given, etc. But at the end of the day, bureaucracy wants to ensure or lots of checks.
Yes.
We are a society which where trust is low. I mean, I'm saying generally.
Yes. I completely agree. Completely agree.
ये चोरी करेगा, वो चोरी करेगा. Wealth making is looked down upon. So we need to move that culturally. Again, I'm not saying that this is this government or that government. I'm saying this is a
general perception,
generational change that
yes,
needs to happen, right? Wherein we embrace wealth making, because कोई risk लेके ही wealth बना पाएगा. Without risk taking, you are not going to reward an entrepreneur for the risk that he's taking, right? We have to make that transition. Okay, but are we in the right direction? Again, I genuinely believe we are in the right direction. Can it be faster? Absolutely. मतलब हर चीज के लिए मेरा ये जवाब है कि डायरेक्शन सही है, थोड़ा और गाड़ी पास जा सकती है, बिल्कुल. So yeah, overall I think direction सही है ये सब parameters में. Can definitely improve and be more relevant is what my sense is.
Great. So thank you. Sir, एक बहुत important और एक data point है कि unemployment मतलब बारे में एक क्वेश्चन है कि कंपनीज को लोग नहीं मिल रहे और लोग बोल रहे हैं कि हमारे पास जॉब नहीं है, और ये बहुत बड़ा एक डिस्पैरिटी है. तो ये इतना बड़ा डिस्पैरिटी, हाउ दिस इज हैपनिंग, व्हाई दिस इज हैपनिंग, एंड व्हाट आर दोस इश्यूज एंड द पैरामीटर्स बिकॉज ऑफ दिस एक्चुअली द इंडिया इज फेसिंग अ लॉट ऑफ चैलेंजेस रिगार्डिंग दिस. हाउ यू टेक ऑन दिस, बिकॉज ये बहुत कॉमन क्वेश्चन भी है जब भी हम लोग चार लोगों से बात करते हैं.
बिल्कुल. तो देखिए, this is a global phenomenon. Firstly, right? The matter of fact is कि companies are automating a lot more because of productivity benefits, because of various aspects. You're definitely getting a lot more investments in automation, in software, etc. Which अगर 5 years back one would have thought कि हमें इतने jobs चाहिए. Now possibly with 1/10 or 1/5 the number of people, you can still achieve the same output, right? And I mean, I think COVID is a prime example, right? Earlier, for example, this interaction, I would have to come to Nagpur, and all your investors also would have to come. Right. Now, while it is great that productivity has gone up, at the end of the day, if you think of, say, airline ka jo cost hai, my cost is somebody else's income, right?
Right.
And therefore, productivity benefits that come through, while it is welcome, it is in some sense also impacting somebody else's revenue, and therefore their ability to invest in people. And this is a global phenomenon. We can't wish it away, right? Now, of course, that doesn't mean that we don't try, and which is where I think, see, the reality is this, that we've got a large workforce which is into agriculture, which needs to come out, and we have got a very, very aspirational youth, which rightfully so wants to have a better lifestyle. हम सबको वही चाहिए कि our children should have a better lifestyle than what we have gone through. I don't think that's a wrong expectations at all, right? Now, unfortunately, like I said, because of productivity benefits, we are not able to provide those kind of jobs. Fortunately for us, I would say that a lot of these gig economy, जो अगर आप देखेंगे, names like Zomato, Swiggy, I'm just giving you an example of those kind of companies which are on gig economy, right? In terms of the workforce that they bring in. Now, the amount of, thankfully, because of global interest rates being where they are, venture capitalists and private equity have funded a lot of these companies, which means that they are also okay to make losses and still provide employment to a lot of these workforce, which is, I think, a great blessing in this point of time. Because everybody can't go from X to 5X. You need a step, right? And I think these kind of companies are something that we need to encourage a lot more. And I think that a lot of work has happened. I mean, while we look at listed space, a lot of exciting work has happened in the startup world, in terms of employment, in terms of their ability to engage and grow, in terms of their investment into warehouses, etc. Which are the stepping stones. आज का जो investment है, which will out the next 5-10 years. And I think so we are getting there, but yes, the reality is that we are not, we are significantly short of jobs, and I don't think there is a silver bullet ki koi magic hai ki ye change kar paye. Okay, this is the reality. So we all have to, including you, me, everybody have to skill ourselves, keep learning and keep evolving. Otherwise, we'll be, maybe I'll have under 3 years if I don't upskill myself. You may have under 5-10 years if you don't do that. So if you don't do that, then we can all talk and crib, but that is the reality of life. And we have to, having education, we need to be prepared for that reality.
Great. Sir, ये economy या market के बढ़ने के लिए normally what is basic important aspect which is required is earnings बढ़नी चाहिए. So what is your outlook for earnings for next? I'm not speaking about 1 quarter, 2 quarter, 3 quarter, but yes, certainly 4 quarter more or something like 2 years or 3 years. So what is your outlook on this?
देखिए, last 5-7 years का अगर हम देखेंगे तो overall earnings growth has been in single digits. In some years has been 2-3%, some years has been 8-9%, but broadly we have been growing at 6-7%.
Right.
Okay. Now, historically, we've grown at, say, 12-13% over the last 20-30 years. Now, the question, therefore, one has to ask is, have we permanently gotten to the zone that from that 12-13%, we'll grow only at 6-7%, or is there something that that is changing? I think that we are changing. So now, one of the reasons why we were growing at 6-7% is there were significant losses that were happening in a lot of Indian companies. So we talk of PSU companies, telecom companies, commodity companies, both are losses. In fact, if we have done this analysis, that losses alone accounted for almost 40% of profits. That's a very big number. Generally, जो losses होते हैं, I mean, हर कोई economy में there will always this is a time that we have gone to almost 35-40% of the overall profits and losses. Now that will correct. And we have already started seeing evidence of it correcting in the COVID times, wherein a lot of these companies have raised equity capital. Of course, the last few months, commodity prices have been on a completely different trajectory.
Yes.
So at least their problems are solved because of the global cycle, right? Because of which losses have come down meaningfully. So वो losses automatically कम हो जाएंगे. Will become into that 8, 9, 10%, normalize या adjust करने के बाद. फिर बाकी है जो इन्वेस्टमेंट किया है लास्ट 5-6 साल, how that will shape up in the years to come, right? Now over there, our sense is that there has been a lot of consolidation that has happened in various sectors. Consolidation क्या होता है कि if you had say 20-25 players, obviously the top 5 will be say 40-50% market share, and the bottom 15-20 players, serious players, where it will be under 30%, and then you will have unorganized sector with say 20%. Now, because of GST, all of these things that we discussed before, and now also with COVID, what we are seeing is a lot of fringe players vacating. कि उन लोगों ने काफी डिवर्सिफिकेशन किया था ये सब में घुसने के लिए, अभी लग रहा है कि बस लेट अस फोकस ऑन वन थिंग, बहुत डेट हो गया है, so let's get out of it. Now what has happened is you are therefore seeing that the top 5 players market share has gone up to 60-70%. I'm just giving, obviously different sectors it is different, but broadly I'm giving you a sense that there is consolidation happening. Now consolidation is actually very good for earnings, or because usse pricing power banta hai, right? Now whether we like it or not, capitalism is all about this, right? Ki the stronger player takes over the weaker player, and the stronger player over a cycle makes more money, which is why he's taken that extra market share, right? With greater market share, he gets a better pricing power, which he will exercise whether we like it or not. That is the reality, right? And so therefore, if you add all of this and then you bring in the new levers of growth of let's say manufacturing, PLI, infrastructure, all of those which are not, and then of course the big one is housing, जो last 7-8 साल से नहीं चला है. Okay, again I'm not talking of the next 1-2 years. I know you had asked for 1-2 years, but मेरा answer हमेशा आपको 5 साल के ऊपर का ये रहेगा, unfortunately. But I think you will get a sense कि ये सब अगर आप जोड़ोगे तो आपको direction भी लगेगा कि we should go back to that older era. Rather than believing that हमारा जो 5-6% था लास्ट 5-6-7 साल का वही रहेगा अगले 5-6 साल का. So if you believe that, and I genuinely believe so, हो सकता है कि 6-8 महीने यहाँ वहाँ हो, then I think we shouldn't be so worried about earnings. The night is always darkest at the dawn, and so I would be more positive than believing that कि कुछ नहीं हो रहा है इंडिया.
Great. सर आपका मुझे टेक शेयर वैल्यूएशन पे जो आज है या यहाँ से जो $5 ट्रिलियन है, 6 ट्रिलियन, $60 ट्रिलियन इकोनॉमी की आपने बात करी है, बहुत अच्छा होप लोगों को दिखाया है. So what is that valuation gap in percent terms, and how much the percent of money the people can make down the line next 5-7 years as per your perspective or as per your thoughts?
See, एक है opportunity,
right.
Okay, which is in terms of whether we are talking about 5 trillion, 7 trillion, 10 trillion, whatever be it. वो है opportunity. दूसरा है companies कब पैसे बनाती है. Our sense is that when they make returns more than their cost of capital, right? हर कंपनी को एक cost of capital है. If they can make returns more than their cost of capital, okay, then they are making money. More importantly, जो बचता है, that extra, if they can invest back in their businesses, then you are starting to see that virtuous, right? If you think of any businessman, that is how he grows. Right. If you think that he's not going to invest anymore in his business, he will be a flat line. Right, he'll only keep making that. So if you have to keep growing, you have to do both of these two things, right? One is that you have to make more money than the cost of capital, and second, you have to reinvest it in some proportion back into the business so that you can keep making that extra return over the cost of capital. Now, if you were to examine both of these factors, see, cost of capital, both due to global factors as well as due to Indian factors, is coming down. Right, जो ब्याज के दर थे, in the large generation, now we are talking of a completely different, and while it is impacting the savers and
investors per se, but from a businessman perspective, he is now significantly better off from a cost of capital point of view, right? Then comes to the return of capital, right? Now, return of capital is where the issue has gone for a toss in the last 5 years, wherein, like I said, a lot of companies have made losses, etc., and which is what is going to reverse, in my opinion, right? So now, if you do this math, that return will be significantly higher than the cost of capital over the course of the next 5-6 years, and the cost of capital will be much lower. Okay, then you are in a reasonably sweet spot to kind of believe that we should keep doing that, right? Now, in terms of where the gap is, broadly, equity markets generally give returns similar to the return of equity that the businesses generate. Okay, broadly, as an aggregate. Now, till 2010, we were on an average growing at, or our return on equity was about 15-16%. In the last decade, it has come down to about 8-9-10% because of the losses and the sluggish growth that we had. If we go back to that 15-16%, okay, that is the one delta. Now, obviously, valuations are not cheap. So let me be very clear कि ऐसा नहीं है कि जो हम बात कर रहे हैं किसी और को पता ही नहीं है. So therefore there is already some valuation benefit that is being given to this, right? So even if valuations were to derate a bit, you will still make that delta of 10% going to 15-16% minus that valuation gap. That is the compounding that you will make. So if you are talking about, say, 5 or 10 years compounding of 12-14%, you can do the math as to how much money can double. If generally money doubles, as you know that, if you're growing at 10-11%, your money doubles, anywhere between 7-8 years. So that's the broad math, but I'm just giving you a perspective. So there is, it's not that valuations are cheap. So therefore, your only edge in the game, I believe, is long term. अगर आप लॉन्ग टर्म सोच रहे हो तो पैसा कंपाउंड करने की अभी भी यहाँ से मेरे हिसाब से you should be able to make decent compounding. Again, decent is in terms of what I laid out, not in terms of, it's not a lottery ticket कि आप suddenly अमीर बन सकते हो. I'm saying slow and steady, but I think there is tremendous scope for wealth creation in Indian equities.
Right. सर, फंड मैनेजर को अगर कोई ना ये क्वेश्चन ना पूछे कि आपको आज का बाजार कैसा लगता है, तो वो शायद इंटरव्यू ऑफ रहेगा. तो ये मतलब इसके वो होता है ना, खाने के साथ अगर अचार ना हो तो खाना कंप्लीट नहीं होता है. So how you read today's market in just a very few points, whatever like your thoughts at this point of time, and what are those good stocks, if you can tell. I don't have any problem because the regulatory issues are there, but I don't know. And if you can say the segments at least, I would be very happy for the viewers.
So stocks, though definitely not. But broadly, like I said, we are positive on the overall outlook of equities from a medium term perspective. Okay, and it is primarily predicated on the fact कि हमें लगता है कि the investment cycle जो last 5-6 साल के थे, that is going to change over the course of the next 5 years. Okay, so that is our single reason to be positive on कि इतने सारे जो losses थे वो सब सुधर गए हैं. Lot of capital जो indiscipline था, बिकॉज हर साइकिल में वो तेजी में बहुत सारे गलतियां होती है, वो सुधारते टाइम लगता है. दैट इज हाउ इंडियन साइकिल्स आर, राइट? एंड वी हैव रीच्ड दैट पॉइंट जहां पे वो काफी कुछ मिस्टेक्स सुधर गए हैं, either because of commodity prices going up, because of equity raise, it could be multiple reasons, right? So we are now reached a sweet point in a cycle perspective. Okay, and therefore yes, near term market जो है कि ऐसा नहीं है कि सस्ता है. Like I said, a lot of this is already built into expectations. काफी लोग बोल रहे हैं कि earnings growth बहुत strong होंगे, etc. And also the fact that globally मान लीजिए कि equity एक ऐसा क्लास है जहाँ पे आपको BP मिलेगा ही. We can't shoo away from BP, right? और BP क्या है कि साल में एक या दो बार आपको 10% का करेक्शन दिखाई देगा.
Right.
अभी हमारे पास last 12-13 months से we've gone in a one-sided way globally as well as in India. So one should expect volatility. It shouldn't be कि हमारा बेस केस है कि लास्ट के जो 12 महीने का एक्सपीरियंस है वही रहेगा अगले 12 या अगले 24 महीने. Possibly नहीं है. So therefore if one is therefore made his expectations right, कि मैं लंबे टाइम फ्रेम से आ रहा हूँ and मेरे goals long term है, and the fact that I believe that okay, whatever I have spoken in terms of the change that we are talking about is happening on the ground, right? If you are convinced of all of these, I think there is money to be made. So positive on the overall outlook, sectoral or team wise, like I said, we're positive on financial services, especially large banks, insurance companies, etc. We're positive on IT services. We are positive on manufacturing, capital goods. बहुत सारे companies हैं जो capital goods manufacturing करते हैं, उसमें positive है. Auto is a space that I think again from a manufacturing I think is a great space to look out for. So and then of course the overall real estate complex. I'm not only talking about developers, but I'm talking about whatever goes into making a house, pipes or tiles. So there are a whole bunch of things that go into making the house, right? So overall, all of those places is where we think that one should be able to see change over the course of the next 5 years or so, and that is what we have positioned in our portfolios wherever we can.
Right, sir. Thank you. Sir, your 3 key success mantra being the successful fund manager and investor जो लोग अगर आपको follow करें तो आपके जैसे ही पैसे market में बना सकते हैं. We would like to hear from you, your wisdom in investing.
देखिए, so there isn't any one road to success in markets, thankfully, right? हर किसी को experience बहुत कुछ सिखाता है, because everybody learns, makes mistakes in markets, and everybody learns from their mistakes. So the key is कि आप वो mistake से क्या learn करते हो और वो वही mistake वापस ना दोहराए. And that is important, because if you keep making the same mistake, then market will take you to the cleaners, जो बोलते हैं कि आप तो loss करेंगे, right? So few changes or few things that has worked. One for me is to be long term. मेरा हमेशा यही कोशिश है कि when given an opportunity, because opportunity में क्या होता है कि थोड़ा न्यूज़पेपर में पढ़ते हैं, यहाँ से बहुत सारे influencers होते हैं, right? कि when we start looking at a stock, I mean not in a professional setting, but I'm saying as a personal setting, you would have somebody saying, somebody's uncle saying, हाँ ये stock ले लो, ये अच्छा है. So starting from that level to doing a research and saying कि हाँ कोई research analyst ने बोला है कि ये company अच्छा है, etc. What has generally worked for me is to take a view saying that कि ये company 10 साल के बाद भी relevant रहेगा कि नहीं. Okay. Now, if I don't get a sense कि ये 10 साल में relevant रहेगा, then I generally omit those stocks. Because कि अपने पास इतने opportunities है, 5,000 stock है. From a professional fund manager point of view, there are at least 200-300 names. हमें कोई compulsion नहीं है कि हर stock को हम खेलें, right? So if you are able to eliminate, the process of elimination needs to be very strong. And for me, the one key rule that has worked well for me is, if I don't see in the next 10 years the company surviving, or the company being irrelevant, surviving may be a wrong word, but we are in a very fast-paced world, disruption happening everywhere, right? So we shouldn't get suckered into a trade कि हाँ लगता है कि ये होगा तो 6 महीने में ये होगा, because invariably information arbitrage कुछ रही नहीं है. जो आपको पता है पूरे गांव को भी पता है, सबके पास है. तो so what is in your capability is the horizon, in some sense, and your analysis, and which is where I think most people get wrong by focusing on that 6 month हाँ ये catalyst है, ये है, wherein I think that lure of quick money is where I think most people lose money, unfortunately, right? So that is the first point. The second point is, I think, I learned it the hard way was that especially when I started out, ऐसा लग रहा था कि textbook style में Excel model सब डाल दिया है, and we've got a buy value. खरीदने का बहुत आसान होता है in the sense that you can identify हाँ over the next 3 years XYZ will happen and therefore earnings आएंगे etc. But the trick part is selling.
Yeah.
Right. And what I have realized it is that selling purely on basis of price etc. may not be right, because ultimately आप sell करके करने क्या वाले हो? कोई और stock में डालोगे?
Right.
Now, like I said, the certain management, certain companies have got a great track record of reinvesting profits back into their business. Right, and there are very few companies which have done that. So if you are going to get out of those companies, to get back into those companies will be very tough for you. So therefore, the selling mantra needs to be much more clearer, I think, rather than the buying mantra, because the buying mantra is reasonably हर किसी के पास कुछ ना कुछ philosophy रहता है कि या तो value करता है या growth करता है, whatever be it. But the selling mantra is something that I think I am still learning, and maybe from my mistakes I've kind of improved upon that in terms of which ones to sell and which ones not to sell. Maybe you can size up and down, but one shouldn't mix it out. Third is, I think, and it again gets back to the same point, is कि हमारे market या कोई भी market में आज के दिन में noise बहुत high है. There is a lot of information, lot of WhatsApp, Twitter, ये वो, जहाँ पे आपको noise बहुत है. Now वो noise से जो signal आपको निचोड़ना है, that comes with experience and knowing whom to believe, whom not to believe, whom to trust, and therefore to go to the first principles rather than believing कि हाँ ये 20 PE का stock ही रहेगा. Why can't it be a 40 PE stock? Why can't it be a 10 PE stock? If I'm talking from a maybe technical lingo, but जो first principles का thinking है, I think if you can improve on that, at least these are the 2-3 things that have worked well for me over my limited career in markets.
Great, sir. We come across now 3 tenets of your investing mantras. That thank you. So let's have a small rapid round, and it will be now either 1 sentence or 2 sentences, anything like you're comfortable. So your favorite Kotak Pioneer Fund for whom?
Sorry, Kotak Pioneer Fund ka?
For whom?
For whom? Okay. So I think especially for a lot of young people who understand, global brands and who understand disruptions. उनके लिए ये this is a product or this is a fund that has an immense connect, because this fund is meant to invest in companies which are disruptive in nature. कि जो extra कुछ करे ताकि market share बढ़ाए using technology, and it invests both in India as well as in companies outside India, which is into cutting edge technologies, be it biotech, technology, social media, and number of things which are happening. In India, we are maybe 10-15 years behind what is happening in the West, right? And therefore, if you have got a easy, or if you've got a one-stop solution that invests both in Indian companies which are playing on the front foot using technology, as well as in those tech companies outside, then I think it will connect with those kind of investors.
Great. Sir, Kotak Infra is still having the story on, and what kind of allocations one need to go for this in the portfolio?
So definitely, I am very positive on the overall infrastructure opportunity. Last 10 years hasn't really played out in terms of the overall opportunity of infra. But like I said, government spending is increasing. Private capex is starting to come through. More importantly, housing is starting to improve. So I would be believing that the next 5 years will be much different, and therefore I will be now. How much percent? I think it is best left to the risk appetite. But the way we look at it is, this is like a thali, right? You've got all kinds of funds. Now, a thematic fund like infra, etc., is like a desert. आप उस हिसाब से allocate करना चाहिए rather than believing कि सिर्फ desert से ही आपका पेट भरेगा. So your core has to be, the large cap, multi cap, or the main funds, and therefore use it in that moderation to give you that extra risk adjusted return that a thematic fund can give.
Right. Sir, your one tenet which which the people can copy and make money. One tenet out of 3.
Think long term. Like I said, if you believe that this company will survive 10 years, only then invest. If you don't believe that, then I think you should definitely consider not investing.
All right. One last question. How you feel that the people should remember Harish Krishnan as a person?
Wow. I think, the biggest thing that we are all working for is trust, right? Because returns, etc., is one aspect. At the end of the day, we are working on the trust of people, and returns ऊपर नीचे रहेंगे, alpha ऊपर नीचे रहेंगे. At the end of the day, if people believe that, okay, here is someone who I can trust with my money and who means well for me, who will think of managing this money as his own, then I think I would have done justice to whatever I'm trying to achieve. So that I think is the only question that one, as a professional, I would want to kind of think about.
Great. Sir, thank you very much. It was a great time with you. You summarized very nicely. You summarized that, yes, you're looking for the $5 to $7 trillion economy very positively. You said that the companies which you really invest is amazingly, those who are the companies, those who will be जो 10 साल के बाद भी जिंदा रहेंगी, ऐसी कंपनी में पैसे डालना है, ये तो पैसे नहीं डालना है, उस बिजनेस में जाने में कोई पॉइंट नहीं बनता है. आपने इवन बहुत अच्छे से कवर किया सर कि जितने पैरामीटर्स है जो कि इकोनॉमी या $5 ट्रिलियन इकोनॉमी को जाते हुए नजर आने चाहिए, वो सारे पैरामीटर आपके हिसाब से बहुत पॉजिटिव नोट पे चल रहा है. एंड एक तो पैरामीटर्स ऊपर नीचे हो सकता है बिकॉज ऑफ कोविड और सम और अदर वे, बट यस ओवरऑल द इकोनॉमी इज ऑन द पॉजिटिव नोट. दैट इज समथिंग वेरी वेरी सूदिंग फॉर मी आल्सो. And what the tenets which you share with us, that we are really mesmerized, and every single viewer is mesmerized, and certainly the people will going to get the benefited out of your such a big investing career of 20 years. At the same time, kind of products what actually you normally manage, that Pioneer, Focus, and Balance Advantage, the Intra. It's amazing. It is just amazing, and I'm sure that the youth, those who are listening this, they will going to take the call on the Kotak Pioneer Fund, and I'm sure that they will going to get that innovation plus the disruptive theme into this particular fund. But what हर एक बंदे को इस टाइप की थीम चाहिए, because that is how actually somebody can really make the money out of it. और certainly Pioneer Fund में आपने वो concept वापस डाला ही होगा कि वो कंपनी 10 साल disruption करने के बाद जिंदा रहेगी कि नहीं रहेगी. So that is one of the most key takeaway for every single person who is actually viewing this entire conversation with you. I'm sure that people will going to get the benefit out of it. And thank you very much for your time and spending the time for us. Sir. Thank you very much. Sir, last message from you. जाने के बाद, जाते वक्त.
Think long term, friends. This is a journey. आप 1-2 साल के लिए वो शॉर्ट टर्म मत देखिए. बहुत पैसा बनने को है इंडिया में. I am a long term believer in the India story, but give it time. It will surprise you in ways that you can't even imagine when you give it time. And especially for those who are young, etc., you should definitely consider investing into India and see the magic that unfolds 10, 15, 20 years down the line. Thank you so much.
Thank you, sir. Thank you very much. Thanks a lot.